Here are some of the weird household rules that I grew up with. One, we didn't clap for participation. If you didn't win, you didn't get a congratulations, you got a debrief. What worked, what didn't, and what comes next. My parents always thought that overpraising participation dilutes motivation. I recently found through a Harvard research study that children who were praised for efforts over outcomes showed 40% higher resilience rates in problem solving later on. The debrief isn't to shame, it's more to optimize. Number two, I was never told explicitly to not lie. I was more so taught that the second you lose someone's trust, it will never come back. Come to think of it, my parents never punished me for telling the truth, even when it was inconvenient, so I never felt this impulse to lie to them in the first place. First grade, I told my parents that I copied my friend's math homework. Instead of reprimanding me, they said, okay, but when the test comes, are you setting yourself up for failure? Which I totally did. When I proactively came to them with the truth, they never yelled and never shamed and just used logic. Over time, I realized that the more open I was, the more trust and freedom I was getting. Number three, no critique without a counter proposal. If we disagreed with a system or a rule, we had to draft one that was better. I recently read that 90% of critiques stop at the complaint. Most criticisms fail because they only recognize what is broken, not what would work better within the constraint. It trained me to respect complexity and not just voice my discontent. I'm not sharing this as advice. It created anxieties and had its own blind spots, but it did shape how I approach problems, decisions, and discomfort. Sometimes it's interesting to see how the rules you didn't even know you were following shapes the way that you see the world.